I demand entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
From mamamia.com.au, Emma Gillespie is here.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we are going to discuss the woman that Prince Harry said took his virginity.
That's right. So, in the book Spare, you might have heard of it, Harry detailed the moment he lost his V-plates.
So his V-plates. So he wasn't a spare dick at a wedding. He was the one.
He was the one. So we'd been trying to guess the identity of this woman ever since. And he basically said she was someone who liked horses quite a lot, treated him like a young stallion. Anyway.
She was older, he said.
She said, yeah, she was meant to be an older woman. Well, that mystery woman has revealed her identity. 40-year-old Sasha Walpole. She says she's the one who had sex with Prince Harry, speaking out for the first time to The Sun, Harry's favourite publication. As we know, he's friends with the tabloids.
So she was only 2 years older than him, younger than Meghan now.
And very interesting in the book, it's sort of really pushed that, she was this older, wiser woman who, took advantage of the young buck. But she says, I'm the woman who took Harry's virginity. It was literally wham bam between two friends. The wham bam supposedly took place in a meadow behind the car park of a pub. Lovely. And we know that it was her 19th birthday. So that places Harry at about 16, 17. So young, but the age gap is possibly not as big as we might have thought.
And I imagine, because there were photos of her then and there are photos of her now, she's not a glamorous woman. She's a horsewoman.
No, she is a horsewoman, a former horsey girl, you could say. She said that she didn't know at the time that he was a virgin and that it was a one-off encounter, and also that she didn't know it would be detailed in the book.
Yes, this is interesting, isn't it? That she wasn't named, but I imagine she's saying, in my circle, as it were, I would be known. The circumstances, people would know who I am. So she's kept the secret all these years, and he's always complained about his lack of agency when it comes to his privacy, and he's kind of done that to her in a way.
Yeah, well, I do wonder how credible this story is, or if we should believe this woman, or I don't feel sorry for her perhaps, because maybe within those circles people might have been able to guess who she was. But she was anonymous pretty much until she decided not to be.
Yeah, she's put it out there.
Exactly.
And there be all the judgment that she gets.
Exactly. And they did know each other, Harry and Sasha, from when she worked as a stable girl at Highgrove, which is the country retreat of King Charles.
Of course.
So they had previously enjoyed trips to polo matches together. So they were friends, but they shared a cigarette outside of the pub.
Yep.
Next minute.
Did the thing.
Oh, so they had to smoke first and then...
Yeah, well, Harry sort of invited her out for a smoke. Her story is that she'd been recently dumped and she was, heartbroken, and Harry wanted to cheer her up.
And it was a birthday.
It was a birthday. They were having a good time.
Right.
He was wearing boxers. She said there was no chatting, no words.
No, that was it.
Quick ride after she'd smacked my rump and sent me to grace, is what Harry said in the book. And she corroborates that story. She says she did indeed give him a smack on the bum.
Really? Yeah, but what about Rupert Everett?
Why
What's
are you
he
saying
say?
you think it may not be her?
Well, the plot thickens. In an interview with The Telegraph, again, one of Harry's best friends, Rupert Everett over the weekend, the actor, My Best Friend's Wedding.
That's right. I mean, he's about, 65, something like that?
He's 63 and Harry's 38. But I just assume that all people who sound vaguely posh do know what they're talking about when it comes to the royal family. I can't tell you why. I have no evidence. I just get a vibe.
Sure.
So in an interview with The Telegraph over the weekend, Rupert Everett is calling BS on this. He thinks it isn't true. He says that he knows who the woman is who Harry lost his V-plates to, and it wasn't behind a pub. It wasn't even in this country, England. So that's what Rupert Everett says. He said, I'm just putting it out there that I know.
And I wonder if it's someone that's his age.
Well, that would make a little more sense to me. Why would you bother with the whole...
such an older woman?
Yeah.
But then again, maybe Harry was saying that he was a virgin because there's a better chance of you getting sex if you pretend to be a virgin.
No, but I don't think she's...
For men.
He could have said, I'm a virgin to a whole lot of women. But those circumstances in his book were corroborated by her.
Yes. And she says that he didn't make it known to her that he was a virgin.
Oh, you never say at that point. But
I imagine you get a sense.
But it's interesting that Rupert Everett says, I know the woman who he lost it to. Maybe she was told he was, but if it wasn't those circumstances, why would Harry say they were?
Yeah, I agree with that. And if Harry slept with an older woman when he was still in his teen years, maybe that older woman might have assumed that.
Yes.
Because of his age.
That's right.
But Interesting.
Okay, well, the plot thickens.
It does, doesn't it? You'll catch her at mamamia.com.au. Emma Gillespie, always a treat.
And do you think Megan goes, oh, God,
No,
you have
come
to discuss all of this stuff?
We
You
need to know
they're
this
going
now.
to talk
I
about
mean,
it.
don't even get me started on the frostbite.
Oh, on the PP? Absolutely.
Frostbite on the PP. And
It's a
other
Willie
songs.
Nelson song. Isn't it?
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you so much.